hope you're doing well. This is Anna. So let's see what March has in store for you. Let's see what message we get for you. I think that I'm seeing something here about your finances, your financial decisions in particular. It feels like you've made the same kind of decisions over and over again of overspending or of buying things maybe that you don't necessarily aren't a need. It's just things you want, you buy it. Impulsive behavior is what I'm trying to, kind of like an impulsive behavior, but I see you, I almost feel like a consequence to your actions. You feel like you feel bad about decisions after you make them. You know, you have that impulsivity about you, but then there's every single time it happens, there's something in you that says, I don't want to do this anymore. I know it sounds very specific, but I'm feeling that here because it's like you're trying to set goals. You have specific goals like everybody does that you want to establish, and yet it's almost like you're getting in your own way. And so you've been kind of blasé or detached from the concept of your finances. This reading is about financial stability. I feel like you're starting to transform because you're starting to understand your own behavior. You're taking into account your own behaviors and your own goals and desires to change things in your life. And so you know that requires a specific focus, a specific change. Because you have had some financial instability. This is definitely about finances. And you give your money even though you don't have money to give necessarily, or even if you do, instead of focusing on establishing a really firm financial foundation, you're very, it's that impulsivity that I'm feeling there, where it's like, I want it, I get it. Excuse me, I have to cough. I don't want to edit these. It takes me forever. I think the rest of this, for this month, I'm going to just do them live. And, I'm so I don't have to edit. The editing takes me so long. And I don't even do any fancy editing. Anyway, whatever. That's not your problem, Aries. Hi, Wendy. What you doing there? You're trying to bite your mother. You're trying to bite me. I know it. Look, I see it. Look. She's trying to bite. It's very loud purring. Right there. Okay. So, yeah, I see you transforming that. I see you it's almost like I see a recurring decision, a recurring issue, and you're starting to acknowledge that it's become an issue. And I want to clarify this one here, but I see you taking care of whatever it is you need to take care of to establish that financial stability. You need to kind of almost talk yourself through it, convince yourself that it's something you have to do. But I see you being able to do that. Like you're in the process of beginning that transformation, of solidifying that aspect of your life. you know, which is very important for you in particular, because you have specific goals that you want to achieve, and you can't do those without a financial stability underneath you. Okay. All right, let me clarify this one here. I mean, some of you are in the process of a separation of some kind, of making big decisions in your life. Because maybe you've had a this is just for a couple of you. You've had a partner that wasn't supportive of you in your goals or endeavors, and they were just kind of, so you were like, well, what's the point of having someone in my life if they don't encourage or support me just like I do them? So, you know, there's decisions, big decisions that are being made here. Setting boundaries, even if it's not a separation, it's speaking up about setting boundaries. Maybe it's someone in your life, if you have a partner, a spouse, or, you know, whatever, that contributes to that spending. If there are more than, if there's two of you, you both need to be on the same plan, right? Or else, what's the point? I see one more. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a separate thing, about a relationship, perhaps. I see you becoming determined to change your financial status. Whether you already do have a financial stability, you want to add more to it. I see you focusing. I see you transforming that foundation idea of establishing your foundation. I feel like that's something you're becoming more convinced that it's something you need to do. Some of you here have a partner in your life, a friendship, maybe family. It doesn't have to be really romantic. You know, the breakup, the boundaries can be set with family members or friendships. I see you becoming very persistent about doing that. Cutting cords of people that are not aligned with you. That's very good. And that means, for some of you, a breakup or a separation, or just setting the boundaries. Emotionally cutting cords of those attachments to people that aren't aligned with you and what your goals are. And you're willing to take the chance to end a relationship, or to begin to set those boundaries which you know will not be received perhaps very well. You're willing to take that chance because I see you very determined here. You're now building your life. This is the alchemist. And the alchemist is making the goals become a reality. You're connecting with a wisdom that you've built up over time. Financially speaking, I feel you've made mistakes financially, right? Bad decisions, poor behavior, and you've learned from that. I feel this is for people that are now ready to be grounded and do the work they got to do to accomplish the goals that they've established for themselves. And yeah, setting boundaries with relationships in your life that aren't aligning with you. You're maturing, you're transforming. You're going through some kind of a transformation here. And it's, you know, it might not all happen in March, but it's something that's stirring within. Whoever resonates with this, let me get you your guidance. Look at that. Yeah, new beginnings. Archangel Jeremiel. You may want to look up Archangel Jeremiel, Jeremiel, in case I'm not pronouncing that correctly. You're starting a new life. You're beginning to find your purpose. You're starting to hone in. It's like a sculptor with a piece of marble, or a piece of, let's say marble. And they're chipping away, right, to bring to life this figure that they want to create. It's the same thing. It's like you're chipping away at the things that aren't really serving you anymore. some of you may be reviewing you've been doing a lot of reviewing and a lot of processing. That's really good. I like it. I like it. You're reviewing your relationships in your life. You may not have done that up to this point, or you've done it and gone back and forth, but now I feel you aligning yourself with what your higher self, aligning yourself with your higher self so that you are on the path of your purpose, which is very good. I love it. We'll take it. Thank you, Aries, for watching. Stay blessed. Till the next time. Bye-bye.